Hello my friends, another beautiful day here on Isla Pigfish. And so I thought I would do a review to satisfy a review request from my friends over there at FOH. I'm going to be heading off here in a couple of minutes and go get some errands done. And this is going to be a little bit different review. This is going to be a traveling review while I do my errands. And, I don't always smoke in the car, but very often you could find that I have a box of Partagas Chicos traveling in the car with me. Now, I know you guys know me as the Climatology King, but frankly, the Partagas Chicos is more or less a disposable type cigar. But they are great for quick little trips like this, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to make a stop, grab myself maybe something to drink and a quick sandwich, and then when I head off down to get my feed for my horses, we'll spark one of those buggers up and we'll see what they're like. So hang in there with me, and we'll be back shortly. So here we are back again. I've now been improperly fed and watered. I must tell you that I had some very poor excuse for a Reuben sandwich, which is hot pastrami for those of you who don't know, which was really far more redolent of hot cat food. Oh my God, it was friggin' awful. So let's go ahead and unwrap our Partagas Chicos. And for those of you who don't normally smoke in the car, ashtray. What I suggest is that if you're going to run, I typically turn the fan all the way up. Hopefully you can hear me over that. And if you're going to run the air conditioning, you definitely don't want to run it on max or recirculate, so that you pull the smoke back into your car's system, because then your car will just stink. And while I love cigars, I really don't like my car to stink. I cracked the window some, so basically it blows the exhausted smoke of the cigar back out the window. I'm sorry, I'm just watching some people back here comically try to park. And this ought to be amusing for me, because my 20-foot long truck here does not belong in the compact car EV charging station, but frankly I don't give a squat. If that's all they're going to leave me to park, that's what I'm going to take. But at least for the moment, I'll sit here and pollute a second with my obnoxious diesel while I light up my obnoxious cigar. Anyway, Partagas Chicos, they're crude, okay? They look kind of like they were found on the road dead. But that's okay, because the tobacco that swept off the floor is still Cuban premium tobacco. There's not much point in going first, third, second, third, whatever, third, because with a blended cigar like this, basically the whole cigar tastes the same. But as long as the cigar tastes good, well, hell, it's no skin off my nose. That's why I'm smoking it. So let's get this guy lit up. Definitely smells good. Definitely tastes good. A little of that old casino smell. Which doesn't really bother me. Hints of tannins. Pretty much straight tobacco. Not a lot of nuance, but who cares? It's a Cuban cigar. So let's see if I can get out of here without causing any major amounts of damage to anything. There's a lovely light pole right behind me. Some dude in a dog grooming van who seems to want to get my spot. This thing is anything but parking lot friendly. The nice thing is small trees, curbs, whatever, run those over, it's like no big deal. So off to the feed store. Turn the music down here a little bit. It is a beautiful day on Isla Big Fish. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because school's about to start again, but friggin' traffic sucks today. But I live in the land of plenty, and that's the land of plenty people. So getting around in my town ain't easy. Hell, I can't even get out of the friggin' parking lot. Shed through here kind of quick. See if I can get to another exit. Always plenty of smoke out of a Partagas Chicos. There's no doubt about that. This one's got kind of a pungent taste. Like I said, a hair tannic. I don't really get the extreme tannins too much out of these things typically. Yes, I'm one of the few people that drives that actually let people go in front of me. This one's tickling my nose a little bit. Not a bad little smoke. Little hint of burnt sugar. Typically, I don't find these really too much on the sweet side, so they're not really a sweet side smoke. And it really does help if you smoke them slowly. I mean, it's not like they're going to last really an incredibly long time anyway, but if you're really just looking for a good hit of tobacco, and in my case, to get that really obnoxious cat food sandwich taste out of my mouth, these things are a big hit. This one's got a pretty strong finish. This cigar, for how tiny it is actually packing quite a punch. I'm gonna hop on the freeway here, so it might get a little bit noisier in here. So typically when I'm smoking one of these, it's kind of just a one draw process type smoke. If you puff on them too much, you'll just suck them down to nothing in a second. And you know, since they are more or less a loosely packed cigar, they they smoke kind of fast. They smoke kind of hot. Adjust my camera down here just a bit. There we go. Great smoking companion. Absolutely. I have to tell you, I quite frankly, of newer cigars, this stupid little cigar probably tastes better than those Punch Tubos that I have. This is actually been better than some of the newer Monty 5s that I've smoked. This is it's a pungent, kind of kick you in the teeth kind of cigar. set the cruise control here because the local revenuers like to radar this stretch of the freeway. If you've never tried the Partagas Chico, you should definitely pick yourself up a box. There's been no edits or cuts in this video, and hopefully I won't find any reason to really edit and cut it as long as you can continue to hear me. And like I said, I'm sure it's noisy in here. Background noise is pretty loud for me. It's not like my truck is exactly quiet. But they've got quite a bit of character and actually quite a constitution. I mean, like I said, I just had a very friggin' hideous meal, and I can't really taste any remnants of it anymore. It's got a pretty good finish, and you know, kind of a strong aftertaste, but it's good. Like I said, I kind of prefer just one really slow draw. Any more, and like I said, you'll inhale this stick in literally a couple of minutes. I didn't start my timer, so I've got no idea how long I've been smoking. But at this point, I'm probably just, you know, a few miles away from the dog food sandwich factory. Getting like I said, a hint of sweet, which isn't really too typical that I find with these. Quite a bit of pepper. The cigar is pretty strong. It's pretty stout. And a hint of cinnamon. I actually get off the freeway here in about 1 mile. But since the cigar is going strong, I think I might stop by there's a Mexican pastry joint that's down the street from the feed store from me. And the guys at the feed store, they're really nice people, so oftentimes I go there, I pick up a couple of Mexican pastries, I pick up something for myself, sometimes to eat during the week while I'm at the job, and you know, I pick up a dozen or so for them. About halfway through the cigar now. Nothing much has really changed. Actually, the cigar has just gotten a tad bit milder. Rid of a little ash there. Car up again now that we're off the freeway. Yeah, I think because I got a couple of minutes left with the cigar, I'll go down to the Mexican pastry joint. Get the gang a couple of pastries. Pungent little cigar. Plenty of flavor. Largely straight tobacco. Like I said, not much in the way of nuance. A lot of pepper. This actually might have been one of the strongest ones that I've smoked out of this box. One comment about leaving them in the car. If you go through them relatively quickly, it's kind of no big deal. Like I said, it's not like they're firmly packed in the first place. It's not like you're talking about a real high-end cigar here. So if they get a little crispy, it's kind of no big deal. They do come pre-clipped, so it's not like you even have to clip them. I think if you clipped them, you'd probably smash the crap out of them. Kind of some dead time. It'll probably be something that I end up editing out. Smokes up the cap pretty well. So, pretty close to my destination here. And I've probably pretty much run this one through the gamut. And since a lot of semi-trucks travel down this road, it gets pretty rough. And I don't really want to end up ashing myself with that. We're probably coming really close to the window pitch here. I got people giving me dirty looks. They're probably thinking I'm smoking a friggin' joint. Kind of looks like that at this point in time. So that's pretty much the end of my trip. And the end of my Partagas Chicos. So I'll have you stick around long enough just for the celebratory flick out the window. And that's the end of that. So to sum up the Partagas Chicos, really good little traveling companion cigar. Great for a short trip like this in the car. So if you have 5 or 10 minutes, want to take in a little cigar, want a little good taste of down-home Cuban tobacco, spark one up, take it in the car, open up the windows, don't use the recirculation on the AC, and you're in pretty good shape. So I am outside of the Mexican pastry joint, and so I'm going to go in, pick up a few delectable tidbits, give me another chin, buy some from my friends over there at the feed store, and I'll catch you guys later on FOH. Cheers.